Jump Force has a beautiful variety of characters, and what I mean by that isn't what you're picturing. In this video, I'll list 5 types of Jump Force players, and at the end you can tell me which category you fall into or hate the most. Next. Hey yo guys, your favorite Kage, Enigma Kage, bringing yet another video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hope you stick around, watch a few of my videos, and hey, maybe you'll subscribe today. Just a heads up, I do have a small merch line for anyone interested in supporting the channel monetarily. Of course, it's completely optional, but just wanted to let you guys know I do have merch available, and I will be adding some new holiday socks soon. Anywho, so we have our 5 types of Jump Force players. These are characters that you will in fact meet on the battlefield. Whether that's a good thing or not is up to you. I find these guys not too difficult to beat if you assess the situation early and not get caught lacking. So coming in at number 5, the Grabber. I tend to fall into this category if I'm going against an extremely turtling opponent. However, the Grabber tend to overgrab in matches. That can be due to not being familiar with the character that they've chosen or that they lack a lot of skill. The best way to deal with these type of players is to jump smash their ass. 9 times out of 10, depending on who they're playing with, will catch the fade, and then they'll be forced into the drawing board. They can sometimes be the most annoying on this list because they have the ability to grab all at any given time. Moving on to the 4th spot, the Tagger. The Tagger is the guy that would 90% of the match utilize the switch stun mechanics. This player will use his full team to annoy the opponent and in beautiful fashion. This isn't really as annoying as the remaining list because you can simply counter this by blocking. If you aren't aware, I promise you, you'll be burning through escapes or kissing the floor majority of the match. Keep the hyper awareness and be prepared for the switch cheese. Drop it in the number 3 slot, the Runner, or I like to call the Marathon Man. I despise these players. Yes, it is personal for me. These characters tend to run the entire match, forcing the opposing player to chase them, which normally leads to them using a cheap rotational tactic that should have them getting an easy win. You tend to see this more in the high B's, lower A ranks. These clowns are at least 2 city buses apart from their opponent, and I would never understand the mindset of the player on the other side of the screen. The easiest way to counter them is to simply switch. If you change your style to the Tagger style, you'll likely switch stun them, forcing them into an uncomfortable position, setting yourself up for the W. Please do not be this guy. The number 2 spot goes to the Super Spammer. These players either heavily rely on their crutch support or only use supers to deal damage. These players completely suck when it comes to combat. They'll escape early, but within the small window, here comes an ability or a support blasting you across the screen. These players are even more dangerous when they have a broken combo behind their tactic. I mean, these combos are so easy to pull off and does massive damage. They don't even have to think hard in these matches because they know as long as they have meter, they have enough gas to send you packing. The best way to stop these players are to bait them all match. Force them to use their one-trick pony combos, and when they're left high and dry, drop them off with some sweet revenge. And finally at number 1, do I even have to say it? It's the Guard Break Cheeser, the sweaty tryhard, the toxic Tuesday contestants. These players can care less how their opponent feels. These matches are life and death for them. They will do it in rank, friendly, and most definitely quick match. These players play this game non-stop and can tell you frame by frame how to thrash an opponent with endless guard breaks. They utilize the broken force stuns and enjoy making their opponents concede. I mean, they pay their $60, so I'm not here to police them. I'm just saying it's really annoying, and it does lack a lot of skills, knowing that this is an exploit in the game, and they go straight for it. They are the worst of the worst in Jump Force, regardless of the platform they play on. These players are playing to win, not to have fun, just for the W. The best way to approach them is to either see the guard break cheese coming or simply run.